Well, happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome. This is Shawn, your seminarian / summer intern here at Holy Trinity. And for this Tuesday's recording, I thought I'd continue on a little bit about what I started last week and answering your questions. You know, I've had a lot of questions given to me, brought up to me since arriving here, such as what do you seminarians do? What does it take to become a seminarian? How are you judged or how are you graded during this whole process, and how long is the process? And last week I covered kind of the length, anywhere from 5 to 9 years, depending on an applicant's prior education. I also kind of went into about how many actually make it through this process. It's a long process, 5 to 9 years, and only on average about 1 in 4 make it from start to ending with priestly ordination. So, and a number of the reasons why we have an attrition rate like that, why 3 out of 4 do not complete, a lot of times it's simply a guy discerning out, as I mentioned. He may decide that he may have another calling as he's going through this process. Sometimes it's due to health reasons they have to discern out, and also sometimes it's due to what are called formation issues, where they're not making adequate progress in one of the areas of formation that the seminary is trying to develop within each seminarian. And so the seminarian is asked to step away from active formation within the seminary and to continue discerning on their own as to whether the priesthood is really the right fit for them, or perhaps married life. So I think today I'll talk a little bit about the areas of formation that the seminary attempts to develop in each seminarian coming through. Essentially there's 4 areas that they attempt to develop within us, or they're also referred to as 4 pillars of formation. And the first one, and probably the most obvious, is academic. It's simply school, learning the history of the church, learning theology, and we're graded very simply on the same 4.0 GPA grading scale that any college uses. And that's a fairly straightforward area of formation. But really, more importantly than academic is spiritual, pastoral, and human formation areas. And I'll talk about them just briefly here. With respect to spiritual formation, that is where we're assigned a spiritual director or spiritual advisor, and they help us through this process of developing a deeper love of God. Also learning, being better grounded in our Catholic faith. And that goes hand in hand with the academic side, with theology as well. Another area of formation that they focus on, that we're expected to develop within, is pastoral formation. In a sense, that's what I'm doing right here at Holy Trinity with you folks. Pastoral formation is essentially ministry and developing ministerial skills, ministry skills. And that's another big area that we're graded upon during our tenure as seminarians. And finally, the 4th area is kind of almost all-encompassing. It's called human formation. It takes in a number of things. Most importantly is maturity, which relates to discipline, self-discipline, and reliability. And if you have issues, for example, if you have problems in human formation area, then chances are you're going to have problems in academic. If you're not self-disciplined, you won't do well on the academic side. If you're not reliable, then you're not going to do well on the pastoral side. So the human formation issue is an extremely important one in determining the fitness of somebody toward the priesthood. So I hope that answers some of your questions regarding what is the development path for a person who wishes to become a priest. But really, and I have to say this, that I wouldn't be able to do this. None of us at the seminary would be able to do this without your support and your help, and we greatly appreciate it. Everything from the care packages of brownies and cookies that we receive, which are so sweet, to the cards we get from the kids from the various parishes, various schools, to the wonderfully generous monetary donations you provide to us through our seminarian appeal every year. All these things come together to make an incredible, enriching formation experience for all of us who wish to enter the priesthood. And also importantly are these priests at these parishes who take the time and put in the effort to help train us, particularly Father Dave Gutman here at Holy Trinity. For the last number of summers, he's brought in one of us and has done just a bang-up job of allowing us to shadow him and training us and mentoring us. And without the help of all these people, including yourselves, we couldn't do this. So thank you so much. So that's it for me for this week. As you probably know, I'll be gone for a month, and I will come back to you with another video come Tuesday, July 13th. So I look forward to seeing all of you then. Take care and God bless.